I wanted to make a video and just clearly state this. And I've said this in the past, like in a video a long time ago, where I said there are people like myself in every community who is advocating for its own community, and it seems a little harsh what we're saying. I've encountered I actually encountered a lot of white people do this because my content attracts them. You know why my content attracts them? Because they want to argue with me that their community is not better than our community, right? Because they're calling out their own communities. When I tell y'all, I have white women that I've blocked all the time, and you know, they're mad because their whole argument is white people this, white people ain't shit, white people ain't shit. And I'm not saying white people are good. That's the part that I don't like. I think those people, the difference between them and me though, is that I'm not going to say they don't love their community, but they seem to have a certain disdain for their community. And there's a difference, because I love my community, and my correction is coming not just to call out the community, but like, come on guys, we can do better. We can do better than this. That's what I'm saying. For instance, there's a few white women that follow me now. When I talk about black women, they're triggered. They're like, they're good to me, and you know, black women are not aggressive because you're white and they're not aggressive to you. Okay? And I'm trying to break down the nuances of our community and the difference of the things being said to you and what's actually happening amongst us. The shit that white people will never see, because it is a problem. The code switching in the black community for white people, the just giving white people respect because they have white skin. You don't even know. You know how many jobs I've worked over the year and people will just kiss white people's ass and they have the same position? They have the same position and they show them so much more respect than they will each other. And I know where all of this stems from. I'm not calling you stupid for it. And my verbiage might be a little harsh sometimes, but I know what I'm saying. I think, and I wanted to say this message to anybody who comes across my channel who is not black, who advocates for their own community. And I'm going to assume that you're advocating and that you want better for your own community. That's why you're correcting them, not because you hate them and you're trying to rest in the black community. If you want to rest in the black community, that's fine. But I do think it is an issue if you don't actually love the community that you're talking about, or actually want better for the community that you're talking about. Because the correction should be with love. Correction shouldn't be with hate. I seen something on something. Somebody said, I hate when people talk about their own communities. And I kind of hate it too. But I'm not talking about my own community because I just want to hate them. I want them to fix their behavior. I'm advocating for them, even though they don't feel that way. I understand why they don't feel that way, because our community sucks in taking accountability. I actually don't think white people completely suck in taking accountability, because white people have more practice in taking accountability. Let's pause. Remember, we have to do pauses with black community because they don't like shit like that. They don't want to hear shit like that. I'm not giving white people their props. I'm just speaking facts. They have had to look at themselves a lot more than black people have. Black people have been being babied, rightfully so, because we have been abused and mistreated and enslaved and beat and all of the things that go under what we've been through as black people collectively and still continue to go through every day. We have been the victim, so we tend to take that victim mentality a little too far sometimes. We need it sometimes, and we've needed it to a certain extent, but now you can't tell some black people nothing because they've been a victim so long. They don't understand the ways in which they're aiding in their own oppression, and they don't understand the ways in which they could change some of the things that they're doing. It's not all out of your control anymore. So this is what I'm shining a light on. But then you have white people who just feel like you can't beat up on, and that's a part of being spoiled. I'm going to use my growing up. I had a sibling who was always defended, always right. It didn't work out in her favor. I'm just going to leave it there. It didn't work out in her favor. I remember I used to want to be in her position because, I mean, how good would it be to never be wrong? But I have a stronger character today. Do you understand? I can take care of myself. I am better for it. Understand? But I'm sorry, I cut myself off. I wanted to say, white people, when you see my content, right, don't argue with me. Don't argue with me about what I'm saying, because I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. When you see a video where I'm talking to black people about what's going on in the black community and you have white skin, don't comment. Don't comment. I don't know how else to say that. Do not comment. You know why? Because you can sit there and be around black people. You can know exactly what I'm talking about. You still would not have ever in your life left the house with black skin and a wide nose and a dark skin like me and live the black experience. Do you understand? This is not, what's the show? The one they discontinued. Oh, that's such a good show. Lovecraft Country. Now, if we could all do what they did on Lovecraft Country, you know what I'm saying, vice versa, that would be amazing. But you never walked in black skin. So when I hold black women accountable, don't you dare write down there, black women have been good to me. I know what you're talking. You don't know what I'm talking about because you have white skin. You don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm not being mean saying that. I would never, and I never do, and it's weird because you'll never see me in a white person's comment section talking about, well, you know, black people do it too, and I disagree with that. And like, if you are white and you have white skin and you feel called to comment on topics about this kind of stuff, you don't have the right. You don't have the right. Even if you're agreeing with me, even if you're agreeing with me, you don't have the right. If you comment, I've been guilty of this, or I've seen this too, and I've always been intrigued, or oh, so that's what that is. That's the only thing is you're allowed to comment. I don't give a fuck if you was raised in the hood. You still didn't have the experience of a black person. Maybe to a certain extent. You probably got abused. You probably got abused by the men, and I'm specifically talking about women now, because men will dog you whatever color your skin. Now, they will dog you less when you have lighter skin. They will. And when I say dog you less, I don't mean that they won't sexually abuse you. I mean, they won't try to make you their mule. Okay? They won't leave you out because you're ugly, or they won't ostracize you. They will run through your ass. They will use you. They will abuse you, but they won't say nobody fucking wants you. Like, ugh. You don't get that sort of treatment, right? So there's a difference. And I'm just making this video. I'm going to reiterate what I mean in this whole video. If you're white, I'm not your enemy. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on talking to your white people about what they need to correct. And you need to figure out why you're doing it. Are you doing it in love like me so that your community can be better? Or are you just bashing white people? And if you are just bashing white people, you need a few more steps in your healing journey before you come over here trying to squeeze your ass into the black community. Okay? People all deserve respect, white and black. That's my stance. I don't think white people are just naturally evil. I don't think like the video of Kevin Gates where he's just like, you white, God don't even fuck with you. I would never say nothing crazy that way. All lives matter. Okay? And if you don't think white lives matter and you think that this is the place to be like, black lives, this is not what that is. Okay? This is a fair platform. Okay? I want everyone to get along. I care about everyone's quality of life. I can't speak to the white community. You can. So you do that. You speak to the white community and figure out how to do it in a way where you want them to be better. Because I'm doing my job. Now it's time for you to do your job so that when we come together, it makes sense. That's what I'm saying.